How's it going, guys? Kyle with Dirt Bike Channel here. I am down in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm out riding with Bartosh from Flo Motorsports and Dave from Fly Racing and Western Power Sports. It's on November 22nd, guys. You know what that means? That means this is really only about my second day back on the bike, back riding bikes. It's Thanksgiving now. You guys won't be seeing this on Thanksgiving here in the US. That's what day it is today. And I do have a lot to be thankful for. It's pretty sweet to be riding dirt bikes out here with the cactuses. What bike am I on? I am on the 2019 KTM 300 XCW TPI. These are quite literally my first couple of minutes on the bike. Look at these cactuses, guys. Are these the saguaro cactuses? I don't know. Probably. I'm not an expert on the on cactuses, but I think that's what they are. Saguaro cactus. Everywhere. They're tall, huge. I don't want to hit one. Oh. So yeah, these are quite literally my first couple of minutes on the bike. So these are called the saguaro cactuses, right?
Yes, sir. Saguaro, the big ones.
The big ones.
Like that big guy, right? I mean, that's a saguaro.
Okay.
These are the choice. These are the worst ones you want to stay away from. Yeah.
Don't hit these ones?
Those are really, really mean.
All right. I will keep that in mind. Stay out of the cactus.
Yeah.
It's not too, the dust isn't too bad. Yeah. If I hang back just a little bit, let it clear.
Into some more rock, it'll chill out a little bit. Settle down. So far, so good, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm just trying not to kill myself.
Could have went with a clear lens. Yeah. That's cool.
You know, the further we went on this ride, and then we did another ride 2 days after this, the further we went, it became apparent that these guys are very, very good riders. They know this terrain really well, but they're just phenomenal riders. They're better riders than I am, like significantly better. Dave and Bartosh could leave me in the dust, and they did multiple times. The terrain, it doesn't look too technical right now, and it gets more and more technical as we go, but it's very, very slick. And then there are so many rocks, like little, softball size rocks, and everything is loose, and it's just ready to skid out from under you. And so it was really a fun place to ride, especially because I don't get to ride a lot of this stuff very often. So really super slick. You don't get a lot of traction, and you got to really pay attention. And then we went through some really cool stuff, like what you're seeing right here. Now, not super difficult, but just it would get more and more technical. And there were certain places where I was like, this is really, really technical in these deeper ruts that are getting washed out by the rain and different things, and then just the bikes coming through. And so it was fun to get out and see a lot different terrain. I mean, I thought we have some terrain like this in Utah, especially what you're seeing right now on the screen. But one of the things that we don't have in Utah, which I don't think I have a lot of it on this particular video, is just amazing rock field sections where you're going through, and everything, you've got like millions of rocks that are everywhere from the size of golf balls up to basketballs in size, and there's a ton of them like those, softball size and cantaloupe size rocks, and they're all loose, and they all want to dump you and make you kind of deflect your front tire. And so you really had to be on your toes, and the further we went, the more and more we got into that. I'm not even sure I have a ton of that footage, because I was so concentrated on keeping the front wheel keeping up that I wasn't even reaching up to hit my record button on the on the camera. So had a really, really fun time. And these guys, Bartosh and Dave, man, they are exceptional riders. It was awesome.
Happy Thanksgiving, boys.
Happy Thanksgiving, bud.
Good way to spend it.
This is definitely heavy. So the forks are a little bit on the stiffer side. You put
so these are valves for a 220-pound guy. They're not even my forks. I'm just borrowing them to get done. They are so stiff in the rock.
So I gotta fix them.
I got them all the way soft too.
Both of you running Kayabas. Nice.
Yeah, Johnny over at TV, or it's now the Red Shop. He does a rad job doing the whole conversion kit on the he does it on 4CS and Air Forks. And man, they really, really work well. Like even this thing being a valve for I'm 175 and this is valved for 220.
Yeah.
And it's still totally rideable, you know.
Cool.
I hated the Air Forks.
You didn't. What didn't you like about them?
I liked them going down the trail straight, but when you're like coming into corners and stuff, they would ride completely extended, so I couldn't ever get any front wheel traction. I mean, they were just like choppered out, like they'd stay right here. You'd sit on it, the back would drop, the front would stay like that. Where like on these, everything kind of settles together. And
haven't noticed that.
I could never get front wheel traction.
That's the funny thing about suspension is it's different for everybody, you know.
Yeah.
What one person loves. Like I sent a couple, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely be a tough job being a suspension guy because there's no two people like the exact same thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Johnny's a good dude for sure. Like he's probably one of the better guys on the West Coast. Him and Factory Connection, that's like my ultimate favorite.
He's just got like a lot of experience with, you know, high level guys and stuff where he knows, you know, how to make stuff work. He was Destry's mechanic for a long time. And
Well, and that's another thing too. Is okay, so it works for a high level guy, but if it works for a high level guy, it probably isn't going to work that well for the weekend warrior.
Yeah, a little stiff and yeah.
You know. So.
Yeah. You want to try this?
Sure.
I want to try yours.
You guys running bibs?
Yeah. Not me. Just the tube in the front, and I don't know. I can't get used to the bibs, man.
I just have such a hard time installing things that I'm like, I don't know that it's worth it. I love tubeless.
Yeah, tubeless is great. I just hate taking them off, man. There's been so many times where I hook my spoon right on that lip. Yeah. And that's it. Then you gotta replace the whole deal.
I've gotten to the point where I can swap it out and I can put a new tire on in like 15 minutes. So I'm just like, I don't have any problem pinching them. I'm a lot better with tubeless than I am with tubes now.
Yeah.
See, I think tubeless is the by far the best feel and the best traction really for sure. But out here, they go flat a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Guys still punching the tires.
Yeah, my buddy Nick, he's been running for a couple years, and he just finally switched over to bibs after so many flats. But even he was saying, he's like, dude, the bibs don't ride near as nice.
But is he getting flats from cactuses or what?
I don't.
Or is he just getting? Because we'll get puncture flats, and then I just carry plugs with me, and we'll just plug them right on the trail. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. In the back, and I can load it.
But if you're like hardcore, like if you're Taylor Roberts, you can't run it because you just trash everything. You've got to run bibs, right? That's probably what he runs.
Yeah, he runs bibs.
Because